Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to welcome the incoming students of the batch of 2017. It seems just like yesterday, but it is actually 6 years ago that we welcomed our first batch of students in 2011. They were just around 90, but your batch is around 400. Welcome to the university. I'm sure you will have a very enriching and rewarding experience at the university. Given the diverse student profile and the very richly experienced faculty, you all have a wonderful opportunity to make the most of these 2 years at the university. Our students are here because they believe they can contribute to social change. In fact, almost all the students from all our previous batches have joined the social sector. We believe that your batch too will make a similar choice. Keep the flag flying, and I wish you all the best once again.
To us, a big achievement is the way we have grown. Just 6 years back, we started this with 80 students, 2 programs. And today, we are 8 programs, 1,000 students, and more than 200 people who work here as faculty, non-teaching staff, in research, and various other functions. More importantly, we already have a 1,000-strong alumni base. It's heartening to see that most of them are chosen to work in the social sector, which is why we built this university in the first place. Be it the invited guest speakers who come here every week for the colloquiums, be it the kind of national, international events and seminars that we do here. It's been a great experience for us, all of us at the university, to see us transform in the 6 years into the place we are today. It is important to mention about the kind of placements that we have been seeing. It has always been our belief that the social sector requires competent and motivated people in large numbers. Batch after batch, in the 5 batches that we have already graduated, we have seen 100% or almost 100% placement. Now, over 100 organizations visit our campus year on year. Most of these students have chosen to work with the social sector, many of them right at the grassroots level. We at the university have big plans. Most important among them for all of us is that our own campus would be ready very soon, maybe in a 3 to 4 year span. And we are building that for a scale of about 5,000 students. Obviously, with that kind of scale, we will have more programs. We hope that our teacher education programs will start. We hope that our PhD programs will start. And we have an ambitious plan to do these postgraduate programs in Hindi and in Kannada. The background translation work for this has already started. Our continuing education programs will, the range of our continuing education programs will expand into topics that are very essential today, which are, by and large, which are not done by many institutions in the country.
See, in our master's program, students join to understand society so that they can change the society. They can become change makers. And understanding society is a complex phenomenon. In a diverse kind of country, it becomes further complex. And one can very easily relate to this matter of fact that you can't understand societies just by engaging with text or engaging in classroom discussions, and one has to go and has to have experiencing, observing the lived realities of the people. So we have a significant component of field practice within our master's program. It is not an isolated component, it is very much integrated with the theory. So field practice provides you an opportunity where you can engage with the issues which are close to your heart, where you want to intervene. And it even before going for a career, before joining an organization within this program, you are able to have a first hand experience and engagement with the issues. A lot of imagination, creativity can be applied. So, all the best.
The program is designed in such a way that it has a very strong practicum and theory connect, such that there are several opportunities for students to understand the field through weekly practicums, as well as opportunities for internship ranging from 2 weeks up to 6 weeks. In addition to that, the colleagues or the faculty who teach in this school come from varied experiences and backgrounds and have several research interests, particularly in areas like early literacy, science education, teacher education, etc., and offer opportunities for research to students as well in these areas. Every year we have an annual conference which is called the Philosophy of Education Conference. This year we are also planning a seminar and symposia on teacher education and several other student events that students like to participate in. So, the program prepares students well to work in the education domain in different areas of curriculum development, teacher education, etc., and gives them a very good eclectic mix of all kinds of activities that have to do with the domain of education.
The School of Policy and Governance at Azim Premji University was established in 2013, but we began work on issues of law, governance and public policy way back in 2011 through our initiatives in legal system reform, focusing on lower courts and high courts, as well as governance issues like Lok Ayukta and corruption. This crystallized into a law, governance and policy specialization, which we have offered in the Masters in Development for over 4 years now, and subsequently into in a second course called the Masters in Public Policy and Governance. And the third course that's offered by the school is called the Masters in Law and Development. So, these three programs, the Masters in Law, the Masters in Policy and Governance and the specialization in the Masters in Development, are the three academic programs offered by the School of Policy and Governance. We undertake various kinds of research. I spoke about a couple a minute ago, but let me focus on three new research areas that we are engaged in. The first is a crime victim survey that we conducted this year in the state of Karnataka that we now look to expand and take beyond the state. This offers us data way beyond the official crime records and can help us understand crime and order in society in new ways. The second program, research program that I want to talk about is the Lokniti Azim Premji University Politics and Society Between Elections survey. This survey tries to study political subjectivity and attitudes in various states, not focused on elections or on political voting preferences, but on what people's beliefs might be and how those beliefs shape our political attitudes. The third program that I want to talk about is a new program that we have initiated this summer, studying the last mile of governance and service delivery all over India. And what we are interested in is both ethnographic as well as other empirical strategies to try and unpack what happens in the last mile of governance and service delivery. It's precisely those questions that we look to turn to and focus our attention on through this project. So, these are the three projects that I'd like to talk about, new projects that we are excited for students to engage and join us in this exploration. Thank you.
So, welcome students for this 2017-2019 MA Development Program. The program is in two parts. The first year you will have core courses which provides you the foundational basis of what constitutes development theories, development actions and their critiques and their evolutions. These core courses are drawn from various social science disciplines like economics, sociology, anthropology, political science, and then in the second year mostly you are going to do electives, and there are an array of nearly 57 electives available for you to choose from. You can also choose a few specializations in a mid-development program. The current specializations are sustainability, health and nutrition, and livelihoods, and policy and governance. So we want to do what we call a complementary and supplementary workshops thing. Let us say development communications. So we will run a development communications workshop. The second thing I'm going to speak about, the new initiative, is a much more structured and planned internship, where a particular organization, development organization, and the university plan out an internship for you, in which you will undergo a very short crash course on the theme that the development organization works on. The third thing I will say, and this is probably my last thing to say on this, which is that we are also realizing that there is a dearth of materials on various interesting development alternatives that are emerging all across the country. So we are already in a project, in a collaboration with several organizations, to capture these alternatives so that we can bring those cases into the classroom by way of developing what we call teaching cases. So as it goes through, we will also involve the students to experience these teaching cases. I think this MA development program for 2 years is something which is unique in the country. I'm sure you will have a very good time here. Thank you.
Sustainability is one of the core pillars of our work at Azim Premji University. So we have a large program with multiple courses where we look at sustainability in the Indian context as a very holistic issue which looks at social aspects of sustainability, justice, livability, well-being, as well as ecological justice aspects. And we also look at the environmental and the ecological, the more technical aspects, the more scientific aspects. We also have a large research program going on at the university. Our students get to do 8-week research independent projects on sustainability, and they've come up with very diverse things in the past 2 years that we've been running the sustainability specialization. So some of these work on urban commons, some work on agricultural research, others work on cities, smart city programs. They've been very diverse and really nice things that the students have done, and we've got the opportunity to really learn from the projects. We also have a large urban research focus at the university. We have an urban research center looking at ecological sustainability of cities, which is just launching. In this, we base our work on Bangalore, which is a city that we have been studying for a long time. But we also do research now on cities across India, with the general idea of looking at India as a fast urbanizing country and seeing what this means for sustainability. In this also, there are now a lot of opportunities for students to engage with various aspects of this, and we hope many of you will choose to do so.
Hi, my name is Arjun Jayadev, and I direct the Research Center at Azim Premji University. The Research Center is tasked with facilitating university faculty research, and this may range from helping develop a research program to data dissemination, ethics frameworks, and so on. Azim Premji University's Research Center attempts to deal with the key issues that are of interest to the foundation. For example, urban sustainability or the creation of sustainable employment. We hope to help our faculty bring their considerable talents to bear on some of the pressing issues of our times.
The genesis of Azim Premji University is in the work in the field for over 10 years by Azim Premji Foundation. The foundation established the Azim Premji University as part of a larger purpose to contribute to the education and development sectors in the country. Therefore, the university has a clear social purpose: to contribute to a better society, to work for a just, equitable and humane society as enshrined in the ideals of our Constitution.